Hello and welcome to Entropy Uprising's developer playthrough. I'm Employee 8, one of the two lead developers, and
I'm Filipad, the second lead developer.
Today we're gonna play the first two chapters of Uprising. We'll hopefully
we didn't plan it very well. We're just improvising. We just decided to talk about the first two chapters for now. Just give some insight on how the development went. What were the main changes? Just go back down the memory lane.
Yeah, some background information here and there. I'll probably add something in like the edit, or some cool little details, maybe some reference images, maybe some playtester videos, that sort of stuff. So right off the bat, the first thing I'd like to point out is these background maps, which were made by CW3D. They're really cool. I can't say more to them because I didn't make them, but there used to be different background maps for each chapter, and we never published that, did we? We were like, we're gonna publish them as an alternative. Maybe we will publish them now. So yeah, we'll see. I'd like to publish a lot of things along this playthrough, so maybe we'll publish the alternative backgrounds. They might not work out of the box, but you can still look at them. So
yeah, I mean, I really like the original ones, like because at first, before the current ones, mostly employee made like really classic Half-Life 2 style background maps with just places from the chapters with some stuff happening, some NPCs walking around.
There even was a traitor cop at one point somewhere in there.
Yes, I remember in chapter 3. In chapter 3, the background map was the shed, the ambush shed where you get ambushed and with Beck.
The warehouse, which isn't really a warehouse, but never mind.
It's a warehouse, whatever. It's a building, like the ambush warehouse or whatever it was. In that background map, there was like a small Easter egg that if you waited long enough, a traitor cop would just enter the building and just talk to some citizens.
Yeah, this was before we really settled on the lore for the traitors, so back then that kind of worked. I think it was from a time where we thought the APC was controlled by traitors or something.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was a long time ago, but the background maps themselves were placed pretty far in development, if I remember correctly.
So like the game end background maps, the ones you'll see in the second part, which we will hopefully do at some point as well, those were made like 2 days before the release, I think. Not all of them, but like the last one, the very last one was made 1 day before release or 2 days. I'm not sure anymore. But the one with the with Corpse 1, the how do we call it? How do we call this ending anyway? The worst ending, I suppose. All right.
I remember in the Easy 2 Discord, some people called it Lone Wolf landing or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but basically the one where you die alone. I guess you don't pick either side. The fence-sitter ending, the worst one.
We're speaking for way too long. Let's just get right into it. That's our names right there. Employee 8 and Filipad. So those are our names, but that's also the name of the quote-unquote studio. So
I mean, those game texts, like they never got changed, really. Like,
but I mean, if you look at ModDB and on the credits, it always says Employee 8 and Philip Pets, as if it was some kind of company or whatever. So Yeah.
I mean, we never really like decided on an official theme name, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess that is the official name now. Whatever. So.
Yeah, I guess so. Because at first it was only just the two of us.
Yeah. Exactly. So this map this map was made before it was the two of us. Actually, this map was made by me mostly. Krellick then later art passed it, and I added these little interactions here, which I'm sure everyone who played this had. But one thing I wanted to point out is this woman here, because there used to be something entirely different. And is this right already appearing? Damn it! This is going way too fast. I'm just gonna pause it. So this woman here, now I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, she originally had a husband who was consoling her, but then I just removed him, I think. And now it's better because now it's like foreshadowing for the dream sequence which is to come. There's also a sequence here with pick up the can, which is also foreshadowing, not intentional, I guess, but yeah, I mean the can is gonna be a big theme later on, so...
Yeah, we made a lot of foreshadowings and details that we totally intended to do.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a running joke.
Totally intended details, yeah. I might post a list somewhere. Maybe in the comments if I feel like it.
Yeah, we gotta write those down because I remember there was a handful.
Yeah, I mean I did write them down at one point, some of them at least. So yeah, but yeah, the sequence you just saw remained mostly the same throughout development. There were some tweaks added, such as the little text and stuff, but overall that was the same. The sound, yeah.
There was also a bottle, a bottle sound added.
Yeah, so, very important detail. I remember this get-up animation was different, but I don't remember why. And I also remember that you called the chapter Retaliation, which was then later moved to chapter 4. But yeah, why was the get-up animation different here?
I have no idea, because I think it was you who changed it, because at first you made a get-up animation without any model, so it was just a camera going from
yeah, it was like
up.
this.
Yeah, it went something like this. But I guess you just weren't happy with it, I guess.
I mean, that's so weird, because thinking back to it, I actually liked the old animation more, but yeah. This building collapsed and makes no sense.
What happened to those citizens that got beat up by you and the squad?
Yeah, they just died, I guess. But I mean, so this building collapsing makes sense because the chopper crashed into it, but this one, I can't remember why it collapsed. It just did, and then we removed the other parts of the map. And then when art passing, when art passing, or like when Krellick moved the art pass over to this one, we didn't tell him to re-add the other section, and then we never did it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it was.
And speaking of that one place, like I really like this one detail in the first map, in the intro. From that tunnel you come out from. I really like that detail that your back, you have your back against those citizens that just got beat up, and there's this detail this detail showing you that you were beating those citizens up, so you were just leaving the crime scene, so to say.
Also, a little technical detail. These lamps here are really inefficient. So the glow, that's something I did relatively shortly before release, I think. Those are like 8 different sprites, all stacked next to each other. I think it does look nice, but it's kind of cursed when you look at it in the editor. Anyway, I remember this monitor also had a G-Man on it at some point. Which
really?
Yeah. It was like in the very first days. So exactly. So the first 2 maps were made in like the first 3 or 4 days in development. So Uprising started development on the 9th of April in 2020.
I mean, we came pretty fast to the conclusion that we did not want to include G-Man in any way.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, and then Philip had joined on the 13th of April, so 4 days later. And yeah, I'm gonna point out where this map was when Philip had joined.
This basement just went through a lot of, I mean not a lot of, but it went through a lot of visual detailing.
Yeah, like, yeah, Krellick did
it was pretty simple, but yeah, it went a long way.
Yeah, I think some of it I did, but then later also, so...
I think you did the lighting. I think
might
so.
have, like, I'm not sure.
You might have done the lighting on that grating here.
Yeah, but wait, that's gone. Why is it gone? There used to be like
Wait, what? It's gone?
Did we ship this like this, or is it disabled because I walked out here?
Hold on. If we got rid of that that dynamic lighting,
that'd be...
I'll be so mad.
No, it's still here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was Krellick. That was Krellick. He added.
Okay.
So yeah, he
did a really great job.
This was before map base as well. So and he was like, we need to have projected textures. And then we moved to map base later on, and projected textures got even better. But yeah.
Everyone loves projected textures.
Yeah, everyone on who doesn't have a low-end GPU at least. Yeah, so this combat encounter remained mostly the same. You see this guy back there being hung, then you have these people appearing, people like...
The first citizens.
The first citizens, yeah, the citizens who fight.
There was one small change that we gave the player an additional clip in the pistol. At first, you only had 18 bullets, or maybe even less, since it was discharged or something like that.
Yeah.
But playtesters often found themselves out of ammo.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard for the majority to kill 2 citizens with just one clip.
You can also I mean, it's also possible to not pick up the pistol, and if you then walk here, you're pretty much dead. So right, you walk here and then you trigger the ambush.
You pretty much get ambushed.
Yeah, without a pistol, so this citizen.
This guy.
Yeah. So first of all, this thing wasn't always here. He wasn't always releasable, but I'm not sure. A playtester suggested it, and I think we just were like, yep, that's cool. And so now you can free him. And I guess it's also a build-up to the hung cop later on, so...
The one we meet in chapter 2.
Yeah.
The one we save from being hanged.
Yeah, or not. Depends.
Depends on the player, yeah.
So...
This one surrounding citizen is especially interesting. You wanna go first?
Oh no, you can say what you want.
Well, basically, this citizen went through a pretty big change, I guess, because at first I do remember that at first it was pretty silly. Now that I look back at it, but at first he was passive, and he did not run away. He was just like standing there, like here in that courtyard.
Yeah.
And you made him just like ask you if you're okay.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was awkward. Yeah.
The idea, I remember you explained to me that the idea was that he was here to show that some citizens were passive, and since this is the first day of Uprising, some citizens just don't know what is going on as well.
Yeah.
But the execution was questionable, I guess. Like I was pretty against it. Like I was questioning it because when I first played it, I played this map blind. I didn't know how it looked like, and I just got really confused. Like, why is this guy just standing there and asking me if I'm okay?
I think I wasn't comfortable with the execution of it as well, because in the very first video playthrough of these two maps I posted on the Discord, I just sprayed him away. So like, I think I was standing here, there was a guy standing here, and then I just accidentally, quote unquote, shot the other guy so that people wouldn't notice that the sequence is a bit weird, I think.
Yeah, but like the idea was, the idea sticked because the idea was actually really good.
Yeah.
Like the concept of passive citizens. This was before Easy 2, before in Easy 2 you had an ability to make rebels surrender. We just decided to make our own spin on it, I guess.
Oh, this is floating. Oh damn.
Oh dear.
That's... We should delete the mod. Delete the mod.
It's over. It's all over.
Oh yeah.
We're done for.
In any case, I just noticed, and I never noticed this before, but Kralik added this little force field here. That's pretty cool, actually. Very cool detailing.
This is a really, really good looking bridge.
Yeah.
Overall, I really like how this whole courtyard looks like. I don't know. It just feels cozy. It's mostly the lighting, the warm sun, the warm color of the sun. Like it's a late afternoon.
Yeah. I personally really like the hang on. I really like this shot right here where you have the citadel and like a bunch of things, and just it's perfectly framed, and it's not intentional. It was never intentional, right? You walk up here and you see the citadel looming above, but that wasn't intentional. It's just
that's two so far. Two details.
Yeah. So here's a little supply secret. I think this one was in relatively early, but it was different at one point. I think it was like on a wooden plank on top of here or something.
Yes, it was on like some sort of scaffolding. I think
yeah.
that's what it's called.
Yeah, and it was really awkward. So yeah, this encounter was very different as well. Oh damn! Did I just lose him?
How did he die so fast? What?
I mean, I'm just not good at the game, so.
I swear he never died so fast. Wait.
Okay.
It's really weird. He should be able to hold out on his own for.
Yeah, I mean, he just took 2 headshots, longer. I think, and then it was over. Yeah.
Unlucky.
So this encounter was different. They were like, and yeah, exactly. So the original video ended here. And then Philippad was like, "This is awesome. I'm gonna join and dedicate 3 years of my life. I'm gonna dedicate 3 lives." Yeah, he died 3 times during development. But no.
I'm almost done.
I'm gonna dedicate 3 years of my life working on this. But yeah, exactly. So
yes, I said exactly this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is how he approached me. And then I was like, yeah, I've never worked with someone before on a project. Yeah, let's kill someone 3 times. And then I did. So yeah, this guy is actually a Combine soldier, and Philip had figured this one out. And he was like, in Easy 1 there's like leftover code from Easy 2 or something, where Combine soldiers can be commanded. I don't think it was actually leftover code. I think one of the intentionally put it there, but yeah. And then I
remember I felt so proud. Like I felt so proud of the discovery.
And then you gave him the cop model and everything, and then later Mark Zero also coded in some additional code that he would use cop sentences instead of common soldiers. That one got obsolete with map base later on, and I don't think it's working anymore actually. So yeah, I don't remember how we set up our cops, but yeah.
Yeah, but basically in short, this guy is a combined soldier.
Yeah, a glorified combined soldier. Yeah, this street is also the last street Kralik art passed. And I think you can tell, kind of. So, because the streets afterwards don't look as good. I mean, of course, one thing I've seen criticized, and I agree, is that like all the buildings have the same height, but that's on me. That's not in Kralik. Because Kralik just made these buildings look good, but I was the one who originally laid the foundation, which was very blocky and just a straight line.
I always found that weird because you have to really focus on that to find out that they're all like on the same height.
Now that I've said it, I think it's pretty obvious, right? It's like, these are 3 buildings,
I guess so.
But they all have the same height. Yeah, whatever. Also, this is a lot of bullet holes. I think that's because there's a gunfire here, an ENV gunfire, which like... So before the scene starts, there's an ENV gunfire, and they aren't actually fighting.
The NPCs are not actually fighting, they're all like in a stasis of some sort.
Yeah, and
they're just like a special entity that just fires fake bullets.
Yeah, and
like,
for some reason I set it to leave bullet marks. Yeah.
Yeah, we forgot to change that.
This detail was different as well at one point. Or not different, it straight up didn't exist, but yeah. So this block, this had a lot of changes later down the line. So first of all, there's a projected texture here now, that wasn't always the case. Second of all, there were people sitting here. Like there was someone sitting here and another neutral encounter. It didn't really work out scripting wise. So I'd never like I don't think it even made it into the first playtest. But yeah.
There were still a couple here, but this time they're fighting back.
Yeah. But I also think those were here as well. It's just that there was a neutral couple here, and if you killed one of them, the other one would like scream or something. I don't know.
I think the other would try to run away, but like there is nowhere to run.
Yeah. So sadly, I don't think we have a version of that map anywhere. So I don't think I can show it. Maybe there's a VMF file lying around somewhere, but yeah. Yeah,
these windows had shutters on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they did. But I always was unhappy because you couldn't really get a sense of how this building looked, and so now there's this little combine wall in front of it. Yeah. This was entirely different as well. So normally you'd go through here, and my muscle memory still tells me to go through here, but you actually now go through here in this little NVG night vision tutorial. This tutorial only exists because I couldn't figure out what to put outside here, so I just barred up the windows and just said, yeah, this is a night vision tutorial now, and I guess it works.
Yeah, I remember at first there was this stairway to a basement that collapses on you.
And I always found it weird because you already have a stair leap from here. I mean, Half-Life 2 does that as well with 2 stairs opposite of each other, but it doesn't really feel right to me, so I reworked it to be a bit more like a real building, I guess. Okay.
This gate used to be
non-solid.
Not physical.
Yeah.
Non-solid, yeah.
I think this level transition was also done relatively shortly before release. I think like 2 months or something. This entire building as well just used to be a brick texture. And this building never got art pass, which, like these 2 buildings, which is very obvious now that I pay attention to it. But I mean, most players aren't gonna look at it, I don't think. So yeah, this street.
Yeah, the street. And the first model we see of the train, the new train that we had made.
So this tram is based on a Tatra. I'm gonna put some reference images here that Kralik used. And he then, I think he based it, so the model meshes itself were based on the beta tram, and he just made it to, edited to look more like the reference image I sent him. So yeah, Tatras are like a tram type you see a lot in Prague, I think, and in Leipzig, and in general in like the East German cities. So yeah, that's where I got the inspiration to get them. But I also think they're in Sofia. But I would have to check.
Yeah, and most importantly, they fit the place, the city.
Yeah.
City 17.
Yeah, I mean they're just like these typically Eastern tram type. I mean, trams in general are very I mean, they are pretty how do you call it? Like Soviet cities tend to have trams more than Western cities. That's because like mostly Western cities mostly relied on buses. But yeah, that's not relevant to this commentary anyway. Yeah, this street also was loosely outpassed on a Rideau street. I just remembered. Not much, but a few details. This door as well. It wasn't always you couldn't always enter it. But then I read someone saying, I hope Uprising has a lot of explorable areas, and I was like, it doesn't. And then I added a few. I think that was the background for that.
I mean, it didn't at first, at the first chapters, but later on we started to add more like optional paths and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I don't remember this floor having this texture here. That's a cool way to combine it. This is like the meme of Obama giving himself the medal. I think I did that, but yeah. Yeah. These guys all don't have guns, which is intentional. Platos has always complained and said they should have guns, but no, they shouldn't.
Oh, they got looted.
Yeah, they got looted, obviously. Just like you loot corpses all the time, so yeah, others do it as well. The scanner here was added to highlight this ladder. I'm not sure if it works. It was done relatively shortly before release.
The main, the battery is also there to bait the player into finding this ladder.
I still think there are a lot of people who just jump down here though, so...
yeah, I remember some playtesters at first used to just jump down.
Yeah. So this one is a bit... I forgot about there being light here. That's kind of a poor design on my part. I mean, it highlights the crate and it highlights that it ends here, I guess, so it works, but... This area looks more inviting than this area, and that's a mistake, I think. Also, at one point, I think I had like an arched ceiling, an arched ceiling here, but it didn't really work with the lighting.
I remember that sign with the text supplies was always there.
Yeah.
Since day one.
Yeah, it's
so it's so crude looking, but I don't know. I just like it.
Yeah, this entire section was very different. Maybe we can play a little clip from the playtest here. So the way it works was basically... I think I'm just gonna show a clip because it used to be really bad.
What is that gummy at? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Don't do it. You're a loose cannon, but you're a damn good cop. I don't know why I'm turning this valve wheel, but... Oh, that's not good. What exactly am I trying to do here? I don't think I want to blow anything up. Ah, wait. Oh. Ah! What was the point of that? I'm confused. What was I in here for? I don't really get it.
I think this this line from this cup was always here, I think.
Yeah, and he also always kicked the door off the hinges. Which playtesters always they always thought that was pretty funny. But I don't think I actually was thinking of making it funny. I just
cool.
It's I just thought, yeah, I just made it to look cool, I think.
We just got our first hint that we can shoot while zooming. There are actually multiple instances where we see a hint come up that we can actually shoot while zooming.
Oh yeah, yeah. So exactly. So this to address the feedback of the old room, which was very bad. This one was new. So it showed you there's fire there. It showed you there's a sprinkler control valve. It shows you it puts the fire out and everything. There's even a fire alarm here, which is just a pot. Yeah.
The pot, yeah, but pretty clever.
There was also a planned scene here where not Arlene, I think she's called in the entities. And they're gone and dead, and the fire is gone as well. So one of these was not Arlene. Arlene is a citizen from Half-Life 2 who has like a gas can pour animation. And I think she was intended to like have a gas can in her hand and pour it down here so that it's made to look as if they set it on fire. And basically the other one was not Arlene's dad, I think that's him. So yeah, there's a bit of a hidden detail to these citizens. You basically just killed an entire family. I hope you're happy.
Casually, just casually.
Yeah.
I remember that at first there was also like when you open the valve, there was a sound to be played that the cops from the outside would contact you and tell you that they are under attack.
Yeah.
But we got rid of it.
But why?
I don't remember why. Honestly, I don't remember. I think we just like at first this whole place was really simple looking. So
yeah, it ended here. So I'm gonna put a video in where you can see how it used to play, and it was pretty bad.
So I guess one of us just deleted everything, I guess, and just and we just started from the scratch.
So here's the first hint where it tells you to shoot while zooming.
Second hint.
Oh, second, okay. Yeah, this is the gun the other cop here had on his back. And that's, yeah. I'm still disappointed we never got this guy to... Also the other guy from before who just stayed in the apartment. I'm still disappointed we never got them to, like, follow you more. Right, he just stays here, kind of awkwardly. Yeah. I mean, normally he doesn't survive that long anyway, but... Yeah, if he... like, that's still on our to-do list. Not really, but... if we had a bit more time, maybe, he probably would have, like, opened this door, and then you could have skipped this entire jump and run area. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that we talked about this, like, before, a couple of weeks before the release.
Yeah.
We were planning to do it, but, at the end we just didn't, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Definitely. This entire area was also very crude looking. I mean, it still kind of is, but used to be way worse. Which makes sense, of course. I mean, we never...
Oh, and can you go back?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Go back for a second. Here to this this combine door. This is where you would have come. This is where you would come out if you were to take the alternative path. If that
exactly.
cop would unlock it for you.
So this is this area, the scene from the trailer.
Yeah, the train section.
This one was always here, but it used to be a whole lot more darker. Like lighting wise, I don't think you would actually see much. And it now also has these effects like screen shake when it passes by. Yeah, so the screen shakes when it passes by, and it also, I think, blasts the horn. And I think, did all of them just die by one train? Wow, I'm just too good at this game. Yeah, there's a siren now. This also used to be different. There used to be like a single button you would press, and it would push you away, and you would sometimes die.
Because it would push you into an oncoming train.
Yeah. This entire section, it's still very rough looking, I think. Oh yeah, there's this little secret here, or not secret, but this additional... Yeah, when you try to follow it, but far too slow. Also barnacles. One thing that I kind of regret is, like, we never used barnacles a lot. They're just here in this map, and then later on at one point, I think, but that's all.
I mean, it's kind of hard to utilize barnacles.
I mean, yeah. I guess it's always a bit difficult with squad allies, because they just run into them and then they're dead instantly and you can't do anything about it, so...
Yeah. Or they kill them immediately.
Yeah. So this scene...
There used to be another another detail here.
Yeah.
Another plank with a plan. It was a step-by-step guide how to stop a train and loot it.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
And that would have explained what they were doing here, basically just stopping the razor trains, looting them for supplies, and then transporting them off to canals. This is the same van you see in chapter 4, not 4, I mean 3A, chapter 3A. And apparently they got back and picked up the sign, which makes her sacrifice completely useless. But yeah, this was a little bit of world building here.
We didn't know how to like tell the player that this is the same van.
Yeah, so it's just the same. So it's just the same sign again. Yeah. I mean, it also doesn't really make sense. Why would they pick up this sign again? Like, there's not much on here that's very useful, but whatever.
The civil protection must not know, or genius plan.
Yeah.
They find out, everything will fall apart.
I remember Grand Starter also like had a fifth one here, and I think it also actually said something meaningful. And he yeah, so originally I had this, it was only this texture up to here, onto the 4th step. And then I sent it to him to make it look a bit more handwritten stuff, and then he had added a 5th one which was blurred out. And I think he later revealed what it actually means. I can't recall, but I might find it. Yeah. This entire area was also very different. And it was very unrealistic.
It's like a completely different different place now. This used to be just a series of ladders.
Yeah, but one thing that always remained is you just staring down the sky during the lower transition.
Oh yeah, he was always there.
And now so one thing that's interesting about Uprising, there isn't a single map where you can backtrack. In this case you can't backtrack, because then you would notice that the time can go from night to day again. Because when you go out here it's night, but back in the other map it's still day, so yeah.
I think at first it was because neither of us knew how to make, or even wanted to make a transition back to the previous level.
Yeah, I mean, that of course as well, but if we wanted to, we could have done it. I don't think we ever wanted to.
I mean, there wasn't really a good reason, to be honest. This little interaction here, the one you see, is actually a reference. A reference to one mod that I really liked.
Yeah, what was his name again?
Half-Life from Combine.
Oh,
from
yeah,
Combines?
from Combines. No, yeah, that one.
Yep. From Combine or Combines.
From Combines, I think.
Or without a SI. It was a long time ago, so I'll have to check it again, but...
This is my favorite TV program, just...
It's called Rebel Watching.
Oh, this is foreshadowing to later, isn't it? With the Green's private reserve. I'm not sure if it's intentional, but this definitely is intentional. So this is like the first piece of propaganda you see. These slogans were actually generated by ChatGPT. Fun fact. Or not so fun fact, I don't know. Yep. Yeah, this office also used to be very different. Or not very. I mean, it mostly stayed the same, but this top floor was very different. And that's us.
What do you think is taking him so long? What do you think will happen once this whole thing is over?
I'm not gonna listen to all of that.
Oh, finally.
Can just cancel the sequence. This texture was also there for like a very long time.
Was I muted? Was I muted the whole time? I was just talking how the message from that Nova Prospect is online was placed in development pretty early in the game.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
In development.
Yeah. Okay. Any case, we are the most useless cops ever because we just stand around here.
Yeah, we just also one detail that I would like to also point out is that the reason why this whole office is placed in the dark is because those cops are actually spying on those rebels.
Yeah.
That's actually I think only one person noticed that detail in the playthrough. I mean, actually, the funny story is I wasn't actually planning. I didn't actually meant to tell the player that this is a hideout, but one of the playtesters just like said that, wow, these guys are like in the dark because they're actually spying on those guys, and I really liked that idea. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, and then suddenly all the rebels leave the leave their post.
Conveniently decide to.
They probably have a meeting or something. I mean, it's just there so that you can't like start the combat early, so you actually have to take down the force field. Because you couldn't really put that into gameplay properly, I don't think so. Oh yeah, these traffic lights actually change
even though none of the citizens in the city can actually own a car, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, at the very least, you can't actually travel this road because it's full of cars. But yeah.
Yeah. I really like those smokestacks that you see in the skybox.
Oh
one
yeah,
of my
those were inspired by Beef Bacon's traitor entry. Oh, I mean, inspired, I think the entity setup is pretty much the same, or is the same.
We took a lot of inspiration from Beef Bacon's map.
Yeah, it's a very cool map, and I think it's what inspired me a lot during Uprising's development.
This apothecary stayed pretty much the same, I think.
There was a point where you just dropped in with the vent and just like immediately were thrown into the action. I think that was very early though. Oh yeah, there's also the entire this map. We probably should have showed 0104X. So like the.
Oh yeah, the one that you can still see in the what it's called. I forgot.
The released build in the show reel.
The show reel, yes, the show reel.
The show reel, which isn't up to date, by the way. It just got released, but alongside the rest of the maps, but it's not really up to date. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, we just left it in the files.
Yeah. So this music right here is CP violation. I think that's obvious. It's slowed down and stuff. But it's also looped. So the first part is looped. And it only starts to play the track when you open the door, which is obvious, but yeah. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to mention with 0104, like the old version, was that you could see that it had the architecture from the newer maps. Not the newer. It had architecture from 0201 later on, so it got reused there. But I think we can talk about that later on because that's pretty interesting, I think. So yeah, 1304, that's Victor's ID number, and it's also the date Philip had joined.
One person, I don't remember where it was written or by whom, but one person said that 13 and 4 are actually like unlucky numbers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which I also find really interesting.
So
that's another point. That's another point to the details that we totally intended to make.
Another point is that you just the dream ended in the same animation as you woke up in. So sitting and seeing your own hand, it's the same. It's the same animation.
Yep.
Also the wife, which was. Not which, who was voiced by Mazikeen, is voiced by the same person who also voices the traitor lead, which doesn't mean that they're not the same person. Okay, guys, they're not the same person. Okay. Yeah, this is Blue Soldier. He voiced a lot of the
background cops.
Yeah. So, this is the first water sequence, and this one got reworked a lot of times. So, originally there was no punishment for not drinking the water, but because we wanted... because originally the undrugged ending... so yeah, let's explain the terminology really quick. So, undrugged means that you did not drink anything. Drugged means that you drink... Like drugged means that you drank a can. Full drugged means that you drank every can, and half drugged is like only half the time. that being said, so the undrugged ending was very disappointing, and we'll hopefully get into that once we get there. So what we did basically was, on one hand, we of course reworked that entire ending, but on the other hand, we also tried to convince the player to drink the water. So yeah, one of these things is the PCV penalties.
Also, a long time ago, way before we even had the idea to add the water drinking feature, a long time ago, when you first start this chapter, the second chapter, you actually start without your mask on.
Oh.
There was actually a sequence where you had to put your mask on, or else you wouldn't be let into the armory.
Oh yeah.
And other cops would also react differently. I remember that there was like there were some lines written like for cops to react to you without your mask. Like the cop that wakes you up would react and tell you to get your mask on because you look terrible or something like that. And then there was this bouncer cop that would stand in front of the armory and would tell you no mask, no service.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But ultimately we got rid of that. Those two, I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time setting up those two to talk indefinitely.
Yeah.
They'll just like cycle through their lines. One will go through the lines, the beta question lines for meta cops, and the other will cycle through the answer lines for beta metro cops. So these guys are just like talking non-stop.
It's like really awkward small talk.
Yeah, it sounded way better in my head. I tried to. I really wanted to make this combine base, this civil protection base feel active, lived in. Like I wanted to show those guys that they're actually like they're trying to relax.
Yeah.
Which is something we don't see very often in any games, where we see like the combine, the civil protection cops just acting off duty. Aside from Entropy 02 intro and Entropy 01 train scene, we don't actually see any cops just like, you know, relaxing.
Yeah. I remember there really early into it, the cops would actually stand up here and would open the gate from here, and the leader wouldn't be on the ground with you, and he would just stand up there and like throw you stuff or something. Or no, he wouldn't throw. Wait, yes,
no,
he would. He threw the water can at you, I think.
Oh my god! Yes, I remember. Oh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, he threw the water can at you, and then you could drink it. But didn't really work because players just ignored it. So we moved that earlier into the map, and I think that's for the better.
Like who even throws a can? Like who would even do that?
I don't know.
That's so strange.
Oh, the second shoot while zooming. I forgot about that.
That's the third one.
Did I get the crowbar? It's there. So the guy who was climbing up there.
Yeah, and he used to fall. He used to fall every time.
Yeah, it was very awkward. But I think you fixed that like 2 weeks before release, that he would actually get up and climb the entire way. He used to climb up and then the pipe would collapse and he would fall down. Something like that.
But he would also like mutter, "Oh my god."
Yeah. It was a bit awkward.
No, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He would just fall. It was so funny.
So yeah, the crowbar is a bit broken, but you are allowed to have it. So it makes these metal clang sounds like a real crowbar would when you hit things. But on entities it still does the stun stick sound, which I'm not sure why it does that, but yeah, I'm not gonna use it anyway. It's not really.
I think in Entropy 02 there was also this bug.
Yeah.
It was fixed. Like at first it was fixed. Someone fixed it in the workshop.
Oh, okay.
I think it was one up D. I think I don't remember. It was a fix for the Shadow Walker map.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, then in that case it was one up D. Yeah. This little alley here is angled so that because hopefully players look the way they're walking here. That means they are have a tendency to look left next because they're already leaning towards the left side because they're like, that was the idea. That's why this is angled. This used to be not angled, but then I angled it to guide the player a bit more into that direction and fire in this direction. Yeah, and the scanner just died. That's a shame. But yeah, the scanner who accompanies you throughout this map originally was planned to have a feature where it could drop like health and ammo. But we never got it to work, I don't think. So, yeah.
Yeah, the class scanner was actually planned to like help you a lot.
Yeah.
But now it just acts as a distraction. Although it can accompany you, I think, all the way to the end.
I'm not sure. I think it dies on the final street. Wait, these guys can come out here? I never had that before. I never stick.
What just happened? What?
That was a grenade. I just lost two. Stop throwing grenades at me! Oh, this is going.
You guys can throw grenades? What?
Yeah, they have grenades. Not the regular citizens, but like the rebels have grenades. Or the medics. I think the medics had grenades. There was a distinction here. I at one point tried to have like these different rebels have different unique abilities, and one of them was throwing grenades.
I know that rebels have better accuracy than normal citizens. I know that we added that feature, but I didn't know that they can actually throw grenades here.
They can, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
This building right here was outpassed when I was drunk, I think. That's a fun little anecdote.
Okay.
I like returned at 2 AM and was like, yeah, I could go to bed. I could also outpass, and then I did that. I mean,
there is also in the skybox. There is also a really cool crane.
Oh yeah.
I always liked it.
Hang on, it's right there. This little crane thing.
I always like to look at it. It's really nice.
I think personally, I'm really happy with this courtyard here. It's pretty simple, but I still like it. It has these rays up there, which I think most people miss, but I really like these rays. And just the general look of this foliage here. It's a bit rough in some places still, but the detailing in Uprising in a lot of places isn't as good as I would hoped it would be, but the thing is we both aren't really art passers.
Oh wait, those combine boxes that you see near the console.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hang on.
Those big combine boxes that. So at first they were placed here because I wanted the rebels from the roofs. I wanted the rebels from the roofs to jump down on those boxes and just meet you here on the ground.
Oh yeah, I can see it. That's 128 units. They could have made that jump.
Yeah, but for some reason I just couldn't get them to jump.
Is that also why there's this additional layer here? Because otherwise you wouldn't be on 128 units?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this looks really strange actually.
I wanted to make them jump down, but they just didn't want to.
Oh yeah.
But the boxes stayed in, and those boxes are shown here once, and they never come up ever again. Like, no one even questions them.
I mean, yeah, they're just boxes. One thing that's kind of cool about this area is that you can actually jump up over here, and then the gate will open on its own. So
Oh, yeah.
we actually made it
like
foolproof.
Strategy.
Actually, can I get like up here? Never tried that. But
Or maybe you can. I don't think we placed any. I don't think we placed any tire clips here.
yeah, I think the mentality was always, if you want to get out of the map, then just do it. We're not gonna stop you from ruining your own immersion, so yeah. I mean, of course, if it's easy, then we're gonna put player clips there. But if you need to stack like 3 props, then that's on you.
Yeah. Also, back in that courtyard, there are some grates stacked on top of each other.
Oh,
like on the ground, I remember that there are just like a couple grates. There were just like the ones that you see here on those roofs.
I need some health. Or not. I remember this area's played a lot different, but I can't remember what changed. Sadly. But yeah. Also, this wasn't always the case. Like you can do this and get up here.
I don't think many people noticed it.
I don't, yeah. But 1UpD was at one point like, you could get up there, and then he said, I don't want to feature creep your map, so don't do it, or something like that, and then I just did it.
So we decided to do it.
Yeah. If someone tells you to not do it, just do it. It's always
also up on the roofs on that office building behind you. This white building.
Yeah.
There is this this, what is this called? There's this giant lambda sign here.
Yeah.
Actually, oh man, I can't remember the name of the mod, but I remember I saw a lambda sign painted on a poster like this, on a huge metal sheet on the top of the building, and I remember I saw something like this in a different mod, and I actually wanted to add it here.
Oh damn! I actually lost the cop. I just realized that. Oh well.
Damn.
Yeah. What I also just remembered, there used to be an emplacement gun here, like the AR2 emplacement gun used to be right here.
Oh, seriously?
I think.
I don't remember that.
I'm not sure if it like ever worked, but this guy was supposed to have the emplacement gun. I mean, maybe it didn't work, and that's why we removed it. I'm not sure.
Also, there are a lot of explosives placed in that scrapyard.
Yeah.
Because for some reason in Entropy 0, the explosives don't hurt citizens that much.
Oh yeah, this is
remember that we found out that grenades and explosives don't immediately kill.
Yeah, that's because citizens in Half-Life 2 have less health than in Entropy 0. Half-Life 2 they only have 40 health, and in Entropy 0 they have 80, I think. I think this area used to be very different as well. Also, are we going to mention the hallucinations, or are we just gonna not talk about it?
I mean, well, there used to be there were actually a couple of hallucinations before we got here.
Yeah.
There was one hallucination in that mini rebel base that we the one where we saw rebels throw grenades.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty hard to notice it.
this conversation you just heard changes actually. If you didn't drink water, you would react differently. But yesterday I was informed about a bug, and the other conversation doesn't really work, or it does work, but it doesn't really play player sound. That's an oversight.
That's on me, because I changed it like a day before release, because I really didn't like the line "your wife doesn't like me." Like,
oh yeah, yeah. It used to be "your wife doesn't like me." Exactly.
It just comes out from the blue, and like Victor just laughs. Like I don't get it. It was really weird. Here used to be actually there used to be a hostile citizen here.
Yeah.
But I changed it so that instead the citizen just runs away.
As a sort of foreshadowing, I guess, for the upcoming battle. Also, there's a combine chopper that a lot of players miss, which flies around here.
Yeah, because actually the trigger is placed before you leave the building.
Yeah, so because otherwise you could see it spawn in, I think.
Yeah. I actually got... aside from the foreshadowing, I removed that encounter because I just didn't like how you have to shoot at a citizen that has a light bulb behind him.
Oh yeah. Actually, I want to... Oh wait, that doesn't work, does it? How do I kill him? He has a damage filter. I think I need to set his damage filter to 0. And then I can kill him, yeah. Because I want to show this little scene change, depending on... Wait, does this navigation... Where is he going? Okay. I want to change, show how the dialogue changes depending on how many allies you have left.
It's a small change, but he actually... The leader actually...
Yeah, he says this is hardly any backup. He's like complaining about your incompetence. It's like 2 people, that can't possibly be enough. And he's right, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's actually a fail state if you let all your cops die. So
yeah,
you actually need to bring at least 1.
But that's only because you need to continue from the door.
I mean, technically, we could have just let the player...
Oh, this building is also based on a real one, I think. So yeah, this combat has a lot of things going on. I think I'm just gonna let you talk because you did all of it.
This here place actually... I really like what I did here in this little nook from the right place. Actually, you can if you look close enough, you can actually notice that those rebels from the right actually destroyed the barricade. And they actually open a way.
Holy shit! You just dodged a grenade.
Nice. Actually, if you're not fast enough, those rebels from the right side can actually open an alternative path, a shortcut.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did, and now there is like a shortcut open, and on the last wave, there is like a group of rebels. I think I call them runners or kamikaze, I think, because they actually just run straight into...
Yeah, that's done.
Sorry, my laptop just decided to give out.
Oh.
For some reason. Just decided to go to sleep mode. Yeah, those guys that just run in, they opened that door on the right side.
Oh damn it! I died. That's awkward. Yeah, this time I'm gonna defend it. I think it's good that I did actually. I'm gonna defend it and show how it changes.
Yeah, actually, the best strategy here is actually for you to at first stay here on the right side and actually defend this side, because the other cops can actually hold the ground for now on the other side.
Yeah.
This this group of rebels is actually the most dangerous one. The other groups that come out from the other side are actually just a distraction. Because if those rebels from the right actually manage to destroy the barricades, then you're actually in a pretty bad spot where those runners from the last round can just run in and just rush you.
There's also these little monitors here which show whenever someone's in this room. And if they die, it's these little sensors, these indicators that were added. I'm not sure if people paid attention to them. I think playtesters did, but I'm not sure.
They also used to have an outline.
Oh yeah, but outlines, like, I don't know, they just suddenly broke, at least from my PC. So
they were really buggy because at some point sometimes they worked well, you could see them behind the walls, and sometimes they just didn't activate at all.
So this is the runners.
Oh yeah, you can see them. They actually don't have any because every rebel group here that comes from wave actually have a couple like stopping points. So they actually stop behind. Like the first wave, at first they run in and actually try to hide behind some sort of cover, and after like 3 seconds they go further.
Oh.
They have like a couple places where they can like rest for a minute, and they will go further until they reach here those entrances to your base. But the runners instead have no stopping places, and instead they just rush you straight to the leader.
Yeah.
And you will always take the shortest path. So if that barricaded door is open, then they will choose this path, and they will just arrive way earlier.
I also love how the other rebels like shoot through the glass to open it. And I think if you break these, then they will also use this shortcut, but I'm not sure if that's still a thing.
Yes, they will. I placed those info link nodes that will dynamically react whether the path is available or not. And I think there are also NPC bullseyes, so they will always shoot at that glass.
Oh, yeah. So this is the first foreshadowing to Beck. This is the first time you hear of him. I think there's a lot to say about Beck, but we'll get there. Also, I always really like the aftermath of this battle, how it's just a few cops left. It's this guy, it's these three. It's also this guy, who's often overlooked, but he's the true hero. He's the one who deploys the man-hacks.
Usually when I play this section, he dies pretty fast.
Yeah, because he's in the open. He's just standing there. He even has his little chair with the water, and he's just standing here, and he gets shot down.
Yeah, I always like this place here. It's like a semi outpost, I guess.
Yeah, it's like an outlook or something.
Yeah, unfortunately he has almost no cover, so he often dies first. And I think I even made him a simple cop, so he has even less health.
Oh, okay.
I remember I tested this fight a lot of times, like a couple times, and I actually came to a conclusion that some cops need to have less health to die faster, so they don't help the player too much, because I found out that if you bring the whole squad, if you bring 3 cops to help you, they can actually hold out pretty well.
Oh yeah, he also has the MP5K, which you will get in a minute, kind of as a teaser.
Yeah, also, can you just come back to... Oh
yeah, what?
Can you just come back to the base, just one last time. I want to say, I just wanted to point out that this fight actually used to be way more ambitious, if you could believe it. There was actually I planned to add a fourth way for the rebels to get in, and it was actually through the main building, the one to your right.
Main building.
This one.
This one.
Behind you, yes, this one, the one with the Combine sign.
Yeah.
So this is the Combine office. Let's say, like you'll see this is a similar Combine building to the one where you meet Beck.
Oh yeah,
right?
now would be a good time to talk about that. So, the office, the one we will get to later, has always been a thing. And this architecture here comes from the cut 0104, so the cut chapter 1 night raid. And it would have been the office where you meet Beck originally, and then we just reused it here, I think.
Yeah, this actually used to be a building you could enter, but it was designed pretty poorly by me. So
yeah, I also just noticed there's a camera up there, and I think that's because there used to be I was planning to have a monitor where you could overlook the entire battlefield.
Oh, really? That's
yeah,
cool.
I think that was a thing I planned, but I never got around to do it.
Yeah, and also this building, I was actually planning to make this office actually a place where you could enter. And while there was a battle outside, I actually planned for the final wave to have a fourth entrance open.
Yeah.
It was actually supposed to be rebels blowing up an entrance from that office actually. So you had holding cells and an armory there, so you could just like restock really quickly. And there was just like the main hallway where you could enter the office, and at the end of that hallway there was supposed to be an explosive placed, which would just open a hole for the rebels to go in from the back. So that place was cut. I just decided to keep only 3 entrances.
Yeah, I think it's for the better anyways, because you don't want enemies approaching you from behind. That's kind of unfair.
Yeah, that would be too much.
This map, my muscle memory still flicks onto this balcony to like shoot a rebel that was standing there.
Oh yeah, same here.
There used to be like combat in this area, but then for pacing reasons I think I removed it later on. You could also actually see the entire street here, but for optimization reasons I had to place this barrier here. Because we were encountering a lot of issues with this map. I mean, it's your work for the most part, like this map. It's the biggest one I think we have.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't know what just came over me, but I just one day I just had this idea I just had this whole idea for this map. Just one day and just decided to just do it. At first I just didn't know how to continue.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a couple ideas how to make it. There was always a big courtyard planned that the level would you would visit that big courtyard a couple times. So that stayed. But aside from that, I was just pretty aimless. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Yeah. I think this apartment was an addition by me.
Yeah. Yes.
I think normally you would just jumped over the scaffoldings and that was it. But now it serves as an introduction to the MP5K and the brutes. The MP5K, which the model was made by Kralik, and the animations were made by Tekarish. I'm still pretty happy with it. It looks very in line with the rest of the assets. So yeah. Also there's this valve here, which shows that you can turn the gas on and off if you interact with it. That was the intent anyway. I don't think most players did it, but you know.
Yeah, this section used to be very short.
Yeah, basically these rooms didn't exist. You just jumped around down there, I think.
But I'm actually really glad that it was added. I really like this interrogation hideout.
Oh yeah. Did I knock over his chair? I think I did.
Yeah. Basically, like, the backstory is, if I remember correctly, that this backstory for this place is that those two brutes just like use this hideout to interrogate cops.
Yeah. It's also like, whenever a rebel did something morally questionable, like torturing the CP, which we added to kind of show that, I mean, these things happen in war basically, but we decided to always use rebel brutes for these actions because to me personally it's a bit uncomfortable to paint these normal rebels as like people who commit war crimes. So
yeah, also rebel brutes are wearing masks, so it's
yeah, so
it
it makes them a bit more. It kind of has the effect that Metrocops do by wearing masks, so you don't really feel as bad about killing them, and so it's always the brutes doing the bad stuff, basically.
Yeah.
This building used to be very different as well.
It used to be simpler.
A lot simpler, yeah.
But you made a very good art pass.
The entire rescue scene was also very different. I think it was just a cop who was like locked in, and then you could just free him. But
yeah. At first, I made him just to be locked in, and actually you could see him because there was a hole.
Yeah.
There was a small hole that the Metrocop could see through, and I actually used the same line that you hear in Entropy 01, where disguised Barney actually says.
Oh yeah.
I actually thought that it was actually wanted it to be like some sort of reference to Entropy 01. But the way it is right now, I think it's better.
And yeah, if you free him, you get this optional APC ally, which I always thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, he actually doesn't actually do much damage. He can actually kill the rebels by himself, but it's going to take a while.
I mean, he's a good distraction, so...
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I think I even placed NPC bullseye to that APC, so that the rebels actually shoot at him.
Alright, this is the brain speech.
It has come to
just a general ambient thing, so you can listen to something while solving the puzzle. There are these little boards placed around for it. But I think a lot of people just
I noticed that the players either solve this puzzle immediately in a matter of seconds, or they don't know what is going on and just spend like 10-15 minutes just walking around and just trying to see what the hell is going on.
I mean, I still like this puzzle, I think, because it's like it uses exploration a lot, and
in the end it's actually the same puzzle you see in Entropy 01.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember whether... Oh wait, no, there are only 2 boards, and the first solution is there, right? So that's the third, that's the first, and the second one I dropped over there. Also, yeah, if you stick around long enough, you will actually hear music from the speaker here, but it only plays if you actually stayed to listen to it. Otherwise, it doesn't play. I'm not sure if it's still on. Oh, let's see.
Therefore I say yes, I am a collaborator. We must all collaborate willingly eagerly if
Also
we
that
expect to reap
terminal
the
hotel.
benefits of unification. And reap we
Hang on.
shall.
I remember that we joked that there are a lot of terminal hotels in
Oh, yeah.
Half-Life mod.
But yeah, you can hear the music right now. It's coming from the speaker. It used to be like really loud, a global sound in your ear, but like playtesters complained that it was like a jump scare. So now it's only playing from the speaker. And yeah, the Terminal Hotel, it's a brand, I guess. A lot of things are a brand.
It became a brand.
I mean, there's also like the cafes everywhere, which are just same, all have the same sign. Yeah, there used to be like a Molotov guy here who threw a Molotov at you.
There used to be a rebel ambush.
Yeah, but for pacing reasons, we got rid of it.
I think it's definitely better that you got rid of them.
Yeah. And this is some overgrown area, which I think is something you don't really see in
This is
CD17.
actually, I really like this rebel camp. Like, I'm just a fan of, I'm just a really big fan of places that you can see that looked lived in. Either rebel camps or combined bases.
Yeah.
I just really like it when.
I like this detail that the table was flipped over so that the papers on it fell on the floor. Yeah. I just noticed that.
That's also cool.
I completely forgot about it, but yeah. Yeah.
Although that table usually is placed inside the building, so.
Yeah. They dragged it out here, placed the papers on it to flip it.
They dragged it out with paper still on the table.
But yeah, overall I'm still pretty happy with this area. Yeah, here's the foreshadowing for the mall.
Yep.
This was actually made before we before we even worked on Chapter 4. So we didn't really know how the mall was going to look or anything.
There were two things that we agreed that there definitely will be in the mod. That the first one was the office, and the second was the mod that we agreed that we'll definitely add. There will definitely be those places in the mod. We really wanted those in.
Oh yeah, you can also see the office here. It's actually not rendered in the real world. This is in the 3D Skybox. It's a little optimization technique.
And also because when it was placed in the real world, there were some bugs.
Yeah.
You could also see some textures disappearing if you zoomed in.
I mean, you can still kind of tell that it's the 3D Skybox because that building right there changes out for a different one. But it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. And yeah, so it cuts off that building. That one you can actually see, but it's not like anyone noticed, I think.
It's not that big of a deal, I think.
Yeah.
Also those crosses that you can actually destroy them, and only one person actually destroyed them on while playtesting.
Yeah, that was CW3D. Maybe we can get like the live reaction in for that. I would love to show it.
Remember what they got from us. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't. Yikes. Okay, that made me feel a bit icky. Oh. I can't remember. Does he? I don't remember him actually saying that. When I do that. Oh.
Yeah, he actually did record it, so I think we could find this.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone ever destroyed them aside from him.
Yeah, I mean, I just added it, and I don't think I commented on it, and I think you didn't even know that it happens until CW did it. So.
Yeah, I actually didn't know. I didn't know until I seen the video. I actually reacted the exact same way he did.
Oh, this decal. I completely forgot about this one. This one was added pretty late, I think. Grandstata made them like a long time ago, and then I remembered, oh yeah, he did those, and then I just added them in, I think. But yeah. Honestly, a lot of the things that are in the release build, I can't remember. So, yeah.
And there were a lot of things that we added gradually over time.
Yeah. And so, for me, like my version of the, like, my memory is mostly from 2022 or something like that. So, a lot of things that are in the release build, so like these things that which were done in the last 3 or 4 months, just I kind of forgot about them. So yeah.
Here are some secret supplies.
Yeah.
There are a lot of supplies here in this section.
Yeah, and there's another secret there, but I'm not gonna show it.
We actually added it here because it was the first fan art we ever received.
Yeah.
It was kind of a big deal to us.
Can't actually see it from here. You can only see it if you go in. And yeah, it was the first real fan art we had. And
Yeah,
like it was from one of our playtesters back then.
We're really glad to see a fan art, so
yeah.
we just thought.
I mean, we're still glad whenever we see fan art. I've seen a lot of good work lately, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah. That dead cop in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Right.
This guy was added because. Yeah, you want to talk about it?
Okay, so this Vortigaunt ambush. Some playtesters had some difficulty.
One up deep.
Beating. Some playtesters had some difficulty completing it and defeating all those Vortigaunts. So that is actually one of the reasons. That is actually one of the main reasons why there is actually this rural mine here that you can find in an alternative path.
Yeah.
It's actually here to help you with those Vortigaunts because some people found them pretty hard to beat, and that cup here in the corner is actually because one of the had a lot of problems beating this stage.
Yeah, and he was always standing here.
Yeah, he chose this corner here to hide all throughout the whole fight. So he was always just.
Yeah, it's not a good spot.
Overwhelmed.
It's not a good spot because there's one Vortigaunt coming from here and 2 from here, and if you're standing there, they both have a line of sight on you. So the first wave, you're pretty much. I did understand his reason though. His reasoning was with wards, you kind of want to have vertical cover.
His reason was because he had this wall behind him, so he could hide behind from those Vortigaunts coming from the left, I guess.
Yeah, and I think in response to that, I like added these panels here so that you can also have a bit more cover here. And I think we also slowed down the Vortigaunt animations, so that they're a bit less OP. So yeah, this section. This building actually is like partly in the 3D Skyworks as well. It's a very interesting.
There were a lot of bugs.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, it's also just good practice. Like, aside from just trying to fix some issues with like flickering geometry.
That's usually the problem with really big streets, like open streets. Usually in Half-Life we don't see any open, like typical open streets that we see in the cities. Usually it's just like small streets and courtyards.
Yeah, there's also this entire area, which was also very different back in the day. Like the building was very small. And I think there wasn't a friendly encounter here. And yeah, these people will actually run away or try to fight you. I'm not sure. But they actually have somewhere to go. They don't always do it. Like, the AI is a bit confused, I think. They used to escape, but wanna get out.
Sometimes they actually get mad and start to punch you.
Yeah, but now they're just afraid.
They punch harder than bullets, which is really funny.
Yeah. So the other guy was trying to run away. I think they had like script spots where they would run to, but I'm not sure if it's.
They do, but I think the door just confuses them.
Yeah.
Can't you see I'm busy?
And this here is a Pulp Fiction reference. Thank you to anyone that got it. I think.
I still haven't seen it, actually.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, I still haven't seen it. Yeah. No, I think Trivi was the one who commented on it being a Pulp Fiction reference.
I think, I can't remember who it was. It was probably Trivi.
Yeah. But yeah,
I keep forgetting who it was, but I'm really glad that some people got it.
This area also looked very different.
It looked...
It was just a big open empty room, and then I think I added these little...
there was just one like reception desk.
Yeah.
It was just really empty.
Reception desks, which I never understood what's up with the reception desks for like apartment buildings, but yeah. Also, yeah, this entire fight played differently. You were forced to go through this way because this path was blocked.
There was actually like rubbish here, placed here.
There was like very conveniently placed rubbish in the way. Oh wow, that was terrible. This is another unintended detail, but the music that plays here is the one you hear in the ending as well, but it's reversed in that case. So when you die, that is the music you hear when you die. It's basically foreshadowing, but it's not intentional. I think you just selected a nice song to play and that was it.
Yeah, that was placed a long time ago, before the ending was made.
Yeah.
So it was just, I just noticed one day that you could actually get to that shed, so I just decided to add something cool.
Oh yeah, there used to be a lot of bugs with the traps here, I think, but in the end I'm glad it still works. Also, this roof was added so that you can actually use it without getting hit. This used to be a very difficult encounter.
Yeah.
And you used to need a grenade to kill him.
Yeah, listen, I'll actually have to go. I'll actually have to go soon. So let's just let's just go to the end of this level and just end at the entrance to the office.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the entire office section. I think I'm still going to show that entire section. Because this entire area used to be very different. And yeah.
It improved a lot, I think. Like the whole office section is like there is a lot of to talk about the office because it went through a lot of changes.
Who's talking? Yeah, this office is also based on a real-world location.
I think one of the rebels just didn't despawn, the one of the demo men.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
The one that destroyed the APC.
God damn it, I can't make that jump. Maybe that got him. But yeah, this building is based on a real building, and this one as well. But yeah, that's the thing with the office redesign. We were really struggling to find a good new design. Like...
Yeah, so So let's just end it here, all right?
Okay.
And we'll come back. We'll come back soon and talk about the office because there is a lot of to talk about and share.
Definitely.
I'm just really excited to talk about the office because it's one of my most favorite places here in the whole mod.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just
So
save right here. I think this is a good, nice view. Also, yeah, there's these little barricades out of there. But okay.
So I seriously gotta go now. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say goodbye, and we'll continue from here.